Okay, YouTube, today we're going to open up these axles that we're going to be using on the Black Widow and see what they look like on the inside and grease them up a little bit. Get the right size tool for the job. Here we have the rear axle. They aren't very heavy. They are very, very pretty though. A gunmetal gray. Oh, that screw was very loose. Yeah, these screws that are holding this differential cover on are terribly loose. We're going to Loctite those babies in when we put it back together. But right now, doesn't matter because we want to take them out anyway. Yeah, they're pretty dry. They got some pretty tough grease in there, but not very much. These differentials are locked, which I think will be good for our situation. So we're gonna put some good old-fashioned udder butter from cowrc.com inside these axles. And this udder butter is waterproof. I'm not so sure these axles are waterproof. It'll probably be one of those things that if we run it through a bunch of water, we're going to have to take it apart and check it out. Okay, the gears are metal. I'm going to make sure that these brackets that hold the axle down inside are tight. They seem to be. Okay, got those greased up. Put the cover back on. Again, I'm going to Loctite these little screws on. They are so small and tiny that it'll be hard to see if they ever fell out. I think we're just about out of good old Loctite. Luckily I have some more. Okay, as you can see, they come with all the hardware you need. Putting your tires on, putting your axles on, putting your four links on. Everything is all there. Sounds pretty good, feels pretty good. So that's the rear. Now the back axle, front I should say, Here we have the steering arm, servo saver, made out of metal. Everything on here is made out of metal. Very, very nice. I do believe that the servo brace on the bottom down here is actually carbon fiber with metal stands to hold. The steering feels good and tight. There's no sloppiness in it whatsoever. That's good. Alright, let's take this cover off. See what we got for axles. Again, these are very loose. I suggest when you guys buy the parts for your RC, always check the screws. Make sure they're all tight. You'll never know about that person that put it together that day. I do have an extra screw laying there. I don't know where it came from. Don't know if they just sent an extra screw or something fell out somewhere. So we'll be checking to make sure all the holes are filled before we put this on the old Black Widow. Again, got some kind of grease in it, but man, it looks like mold rather than grease. So we're going to put a little more to her. Again, we'll use a little otter butter. Feels good. Like I said, real tight. No slop whatsoever. Check these bolt screws on the inside. That one was a little loose. It's the only one I found so far. Alrighty. Put the cover back on. Okay, as we tighten up all the screws, I noticed that at the beginning I told you a screw fell out of the box. Well, a screw that goes right here in holding the steering arm on to the knuckle was not in where it belonged. All of these screws seem to be very, very loose. So we put a little Loctite on it, tighten it back up, do the job that the person who should have done didn't do. It's a good idea, again, to check all your screws. Make sure they're all tight. In the case of that one, it had actually fallen out, which means that the rest of them could have done the same thing out on the trail. Again, this steering mechanism feels really good. There is no slop in these steering whatsoever. I hope these work out. I really do like the look of them, the feel of them. Now all we got to do is check this back one. Make sure all the screws are tight on it. That one was loose right there. Very first one. The rest of them seem to be pretty good. A little bit loose, but not too bad. So let me know what you guys think about these axles, what you think of metal axles in general, or if you like them or not. Let me know. We'll see how they do. Came with all the hardware we need to connect all the four links, the tires, all the stuff you need comes with these axles. And believe it or not, I paid only $100 for them, both of them. So let's hope that they're not gonna fall apart, because they could be more expensive. All right, let's get these babies on the Black Widow.